what if you have no interaction with the customer, the end customer who's paying you for that service at all? You work in the back office. You're a programmer that never sees the light of day. You're an accountant that only gets checks coming in on a daily basis and has to reconcile them. You're a lab technician where the orders come in, you pipette little things and you deliver you run it into a microscope, you write how many amoebas you see, I don't know. And so all you do is you deliver a product internally. Does Lean Six Sigma apply to them?
Certainly it does. We have and as you get more involved in Lean Six Sigma, you see that there's certain things that we do look at. We look at what you call a value stream. And a value stream is nothing more than a connection of processes that eventually add value to the customer. Now, we look at the external customer as the customer that the one who's going to feel your product or service and gain value by that. And that's why a company will exist, is to satisfy an external customer. But embedded in the business are processes now in that value stream that support the customer getting the value at the end. There's support functions. There's support functions like HR, IT, finance. All of those are necessary to keep your processes that are in the value stream running efficiently and effectively. For instance, once again, I'll resort back to, since we're on financial services, I'll resort back to the mortgage example. You have sales and marketing, you have origination, you have capital markets, you have servicing. Well, many of those processes inside don't necessarily touch the customer in terms of, okay, the process that eventually gives them the money to now buy their house. You have processes in which, for instance, in underwriting, we have to look at all of the information that the customer has or the applicant has provided us. We look at terms of see if the asset is valuable. We look and see their history and so on, their employment history, their financial history, to make sure they can provide that asset. We then have to look and see if we can, if we buy this loan or provide this loan, can we pool it up and put it into loans that have the same terms and conditions. Okay, all of that is done without the knowledge of the external customer. The external customer, what they will hear is, yes, the loan was approved, and two, when it comes to closing, yes, the cash was there to secure the mortgage for the person, and they now can move into their home. But there's many processes that take place that if they're inefficient, for instance, setting up the right escrow account, making sure the tax base is correct, and so on, all of that is done once again, without the knowledge of the external customer. But if it's done incorrectly and we have many post-funding adjustments or there's an inconvenience that's caused to the customer, that essentially and eventually will have an impact on them. So to answer your question, all processes within a value stream or within the business should run effectively and efficiently, because in the end, they affect at least one of two things. Okay, the customer, and the customer can be the business, and the business is in business to make money. If we're running inefficiently inside the business, then that has an impact on the bottom line.
Got it.
So, yes, all processes internal are important in satisfying the customer externally, as well as satisfying the internal customer, which is the business.